Is an ARPG that is in the making, so this is closed beta. I'm gonna try and keep this completely spoiler free because I already played through chapter 1 with my Imperial captain here, so I don't need to do any story. I can do the exploration mode to show you off the game. I will be posting some spoiler videos to my YouTube of the, especially of the end fight of Act 1. That is incredible, and I need to show that off. But yeah, we need to stay away from that. Okay, let's. I am going to try Clad to see if we can't get some people in my game. Let's talk more. Let's talk more Diablo. Yeah, let's find. Let's go into the game. So this is my character. As you can see, the attack defense utility is here. You can see the difficulty of what I'm playing here and the level here. And let's go. Chapter 1. Awesome. Really liking the game so far. It does have some things that I don't like that much. You cannot customize your character at all. There's no character customization. For instance, you can't zoom in either. And I don't know what this thing is. Mordheim does it. This game does it. It has like a fogginess over it. So this is definitely something that will need to be turned off. You don't have a lot of options right now to change the graphics. As you can see, brightness, hot size, and map transparency, that is basically it. Hopefully we'll get the option to turn some stuff off. You can't tweak the quality either of the game that much. There's a launch that you can go into, and I've set it to the highest quality, but yeah, it's the Vaseline filter, Fenrir says. It's kind of annoying, and I don't know why they do it, because it creates this fogginess, and I don't really like it. So I'm gonna open up the game for public. No. There we go. So now it's a public game. Anyone can join if they hit find game, and I'm gonna start an exploration or expedition. So we're gonna go into the expedition here. You can probably hard set it on your graphics control panel. I think I have that off, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So basically, let's just quickly go over. You have your skills down here. So the skills will be what you use to attack with the left mouse button, with the right mouse button, with your 1, 2, 3, and 4. You guys can't see there. So let's go in here. You can see, almost see. Alright, so this is my left button. It's cutting, so it's an arch attack. Gives you energy back and bonus energy because this is the second of the skills. The first skill costs 0 of the basic ones, and you have points available down here. As you can see, I have 44 points at level 17. I don't know how that calculates, but 44 points. And then you pick the skills that you want using these points. You unlock them as you level up, of course, so you can get better and better of the different skills. If you want to use a better cutting, then you use that. As this is your energy generation, that is a good thing to use. It's 1 extra % of bonus energy gain. On the second one, we do have the Whirling Slash, which is also a increase to your block chance. So this costs 20 energy to use. Then you have the Shielded Charge Superior, also the second one in the line here. and that is a charge with AoE blast. Then you have the Banner of the Empire, Superior, which is a damage buff. You can see, yeah, damage buff. It's a energy cost reduction. It's a cooldown time reduction. So yeah, that is pretty cool. I love that. Then you have the Shield Kick, which is physical damage and extra block chance, more energy gain than the first one, but then you have the bonus one, and that is not as high on that one. So it ends up being 5 on each of them. But this also increases your block chance by a tiny bit. Yeah, no bash. It's a shield kick. I don't know why it's called shield kick. Shield kick. He takes off his shield and kicks it. And then you have break through the ranks, which is a charge forward. This is basically what I use to get around the map. Alright. Who kicks their shield? I don't know, Fenrir. Oh, okay. Let the bashing commence. I actually, from the get-go, you don't get much more than... Whoa! Okay! That happened. This is where you can see it's a beta, right? I just did something. Charged right through. This is what I do. I break things. Okay, so that's the banner. Let's just leave the area. Yes. 2 minutes in. At any time can you change your skills around, Clad. So if I wanted to go... Let's go in here. If I wanted to go with the cutting edge instead, because that's also a energy regen, but it also reduces the damage taken by 30%. I simply drag it over. Simply drag it over and drop it there. And I switched out my skills. So there's no respec coins, there's no... You need to change things around before you can respec. You just respec into what you want to use. So if I wanted to use the taunt, I could do that because it's 10 points. And these are 10 points as well, so I could just exchange them. I could also take off the 4th here, and take a 5 skill here instead. Because you don't have to slot 4 skills. I do like this one though. I do like this one. Stop it. There we go. Leveling is there. Yes. Leveling is... I'm level 17. And every time you level up, you gain extra skill points to spend. Let me see. Yeah. Every time you level up, you gain extra. Torchlighty, and we also have the God skill tree, which is very... I don't know. Maybe you guys can see this. So this is the God skill tree. And you have favor points that you gain when you level up. These favor points you can use to buy into, say, this +1 maximum health, plus 3% armor, plus 1% maximum health, 3% armor, and then you get specific skills. So this one is called upon Sigmar to be granted bonuses to damage, block chance, energy generation, and immunity to crowd control effects for 10 seconds. So this skill you can then use. And there's some... this is very hard to scroll right now. Yikes. Okay. So these gain you a bit of extra bonuses, and then huge bonuses from the large ones. They cost shards, these things here, to buy. And you gain these from using your bloodlust skill. You gain it from just loot chests in general, or enemies. They can drop them as well. Yeah, and it's the Comet of Sigmar. Yes, depicted as the comet. Is that going to Mordheim by any chance? That would be cool, dude. Whew. Alright, what I wanted to just know, skills. Because I have it, there we go, God skills. So as you can see, the Sigmar's Blessing is then a skill, a God skill that you unlock, and you can slot that for 6 points. So I could slot this instead of one of my other skills. That could be the Welding Slash, because I have enough points for that. So let's do that. So now on the right mouse button, I have that one. I probably don't want that there. I wish you could move them here, though. That would be nice. So I don't have to go over there, but it's fine. Alright, let's get to the action. So this is my generator. It basically reduces the damage I take by 30% and just whacks away at people. Non-discriminately.
Be my armor. Be my weapon.
Be my armor. Nice self-buff there. Smack it. Nurglings! God dang it. There we go. Cool. Feels disheartened already. Feels too much like Diablo 3, which almost bored me to death. I'm really sorry to hear that, though. I don't think it feels entirely like Diablo, but it does have some ties to Diablo, that is for sure. The skills do have some interesting effects. We do have some passives here. You can't increase these with special runes or anything. This is simply your skill will upgrade with the level. It has 3 upgrades. Alright, let's see.
Be my arm. Be my weapon.
The skill I just had before is fine. Yeah, I got a fragment there. I kind of like it, but the problem is it makes you move automatically, and I'm not a fan of that. Not a huge fan of that. Got poison there. And this is the loot. We can take a look at that. I found this Hogland Captain Warhammer, but until I beat the end boss, there were no other weapons than swords. I think that is going to be changed, but once I got into the exploration part, expeditions here, then hammers starting showing up, maces, other swords. Hello. Oh, there's a champion. Now, see the Nurglings? They pile up into one big goo. It's pretty cool. And then you have the signature attack here, which is basically a stun, AoE stun. And now I'm dying. Let's not do that. Look at those plague bearers, the one you face in Oh, these look silly? Maybe. I don't know. Do they? I mean, the ones in Inquisitor Martyr is really good. That's true. Would you stop that? Silly little goose. Smack it! Nope. Ow. Yeah, they blow up. The spawns blow up. Hey, Candid DK. Good to see you, buddy. Try turning down the brightness of your game. I don't... Can I? Is it very bright? Graphics... I turned it down already. Actually, quite a lot. See, the default is there. Oh, it reset the freaking sounds as well. So I already turned it down. Music. Back. This character is the tank, yeah. You do have a taunt skill that you can use as well. And here's one of the champions. He is very, very annoying. Not only does he heal his allies, but he also heals himself. But these guys, they're not really that much of a threat, to be honest. See, I found a maze there. It's pretty cool. The sound effects, I wish were better. To be honest, it doesn't sound like I'm hitting them in the face here with this hammer. Didn't feel the sword were that well made either.
Be my arm. Be my weapon.
I don't know if they light up your character. Oh yeah, the character lights up. I don't know, I think that's when he's buffed, actually. When I have a buff on, look at this. Yeah, when I'm buffed, it shows as light up or lit up.
Be my arm. Be my weapon.
Oh, cultist flying. There we go. Nice. 2 rares. So you have the regular common items, and then you have the uncommon items, and then you have the rare items. Now, I stacked a lot of find loot quality here. So I had, at one point, I had, I have 593 plus to loot quality, so I should be getting some pretty decent loot. You can shift to look at the comparison to the item that you have equipped. Otherwise, it also shows you like the pluses, the bonuses for the item compared to the item that you are equipped with right now. But sometimes they're not applicable because you want to look at what bonuses you get. So on these ones you have 4 suffixes, on these 3, and on common items 2. And that's an uncommon item with loot quality. I like that. Running around, they look out of place, brighter than the area. That is... the plague bearers? Do the enemies like that? Let me see. Oh, maybe if I have that one. Yeah. Yeah, so everything around this basically lights up. That is a bit weird, isn't it? I mean, when I mouse over this guy, they do light up. But otherwise they don't. No, notice the corpses on the ground. Not seeing it. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, they get turned, like, darker when they die. I think that's a Nurgle thing, maybe? I don't know. Hello! Hey, Sect! Favorable, at the moment, I feel there's potential here. There's a lot of potential here. What I really, really like about the game, what really blew me away was the end of chapter boss fight. Now, the issue is if the rest of the game is boring or has too little to challenge you, then the end boss fights won't be enough to keep you playing. Let's see if we can find one of the bosses. But in general, I mean, I love the aesthetics of the game. I don't like the lights. sorry, the sounds of the, for instance, the hammer here doesn't really sound impactful enough. I'm very much in love with the skill system. I like that because there's no shenanigans with having to put in some different runes. Instead, you just get the upgrade and then you pay the skill cost for that upgrade if you want that. And they unlock with your level. You have 3 passive slots. I think, yeah, 3 here. So I have the potion cooldown time reduced, I have the all experience gain decreased, I have the bastion against corruption. So I like that. 3 passives there. The loot is pretty cool. I hate, absolutely hate your inventory screen here. I don't know why these icons need to be this big. I mean, I get that they want you to see what the item looks like, but I can see that on my character. You could reduce this to like this size and just expand the inventory a bit more, because this is very hard to navigate. You don't have any sort button either, so that is not something I'm a huge fan of. Replayability, I think, is gonna be fairly large. The thing is, the endgame activities sound really cool, because you have the boss fights that you can redo and try to do them faster, better. And I think, I don't know, but I think the rewards for doing them faster will be higher. So there's a challenging aspect there. And as I said, the boss fights, I've never seen anything like that. It's better than most D3 boss fights that I've tried. I don't think these are stock images though. I think they specifically made these because if you look at it, this looks exactly like that. And if we are on the subject of graphics, I mean, the filter I talked about at the beginning is annoying the bejeebus out of me. But I feel also that the character graphics are just not that high. It looks blurred, it looks low poly. Very low poly. You can't zoom in, you can't zoom out, which is also a bit annoying. I love the aesthetics of this. It's very nitty gritty.
Be my arm. Be my weapon.
You die. And that's a pretty cool thing. The Nurglings, like, getting together to form a bigger blob of Nurglings. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a beta version. This is the closed beta. Try to do it again? Stop that. He's too cartoony. Yeah, he might be a bit too cartoony, actually. That might be it. But yeah, this is the closed beta. There's going to be another closed beta in April. Hopefully with some of the other classes. We can only play the mage and the captain right now. And hopefully some of these things that are not as good as I hoped will be fixed. But again, we need to remember that this is not a AAA game. This is an indie company making this game. So I can live with some other things than I can in AAA games. But one thing they really need to keep a close eye on is the loot. Looter games with bad loot, I'm looking at you, Anthem, is not good. That's really not good. Yeah, the price is non-indie. Yeah, I don't know the reason for... Oh god, I hate that guy. Oh god. See, here's a challenge because that dude over there is really hard. That poison just kills you. Yeah, he is bright. That one? If that's what you mean. Ow! Ow! Freaking slows as well.
Be my weapon.
Well, the light you saw there was my skill, but I don't know why he's that lit up. Maybe he's on fire. So that you can easier see them, or... Oh yeah, and I can't change the controls right now, so I cannot never find my... I can never find my button for... There we go, Bloodlust. So this is his Bloodlust ability. So he summons this huge hammer he can hit them with. Just blast through.
Be my arm. Be my weapon.
And I'm about to die. There we go. Hey, I got him. Level cap in beta is 20. I died. But then you just revive. I didn't show you guys. You just revive if you pay gold, or you can pay shards to revive on the spot. Right now there's no store either, so you can't really use the gold for anything but that. Okay, I got a Captain Sword, level 17, one of the rare items. Armor piercing, critical hit damage. Okay, cool. Let's try this and you can hear the sounds this one makes. Rundle shield. There's actually a lot of like shields and armor designs. I really, really like that. But it just seems... It seems like this is not the quality that it needs to be. It needs to be turned up like a lot. And a new shield. Yeah, let's put that one on. Trousers. No, I need my loot quality buff there. So yeah, got the shield. Nice. Right.
Be my arm. Be my weapon.
Smack. Okay, we didn't hear the sound there. Maybe it's the, like, it needs something here. They just need to make these icons smaller. They are huge. Look at this. I don't like the inventory, guys. Sorry. Oh, here's a boss. Hello. Could use the help. So I need to take care of these small ones first.
Be my arm.
Otherwise, it's going to be pretty hard. Hey, level 18. Beautiful. I wish I saved my bloodlust now. I mean, the sword sound effect to me feels a bit more satisfying because it actually feels like it hits. But still, no reaction from these guys when you hit them. Inventory is more or less a direct port from console. Okay, Candid. Yeah. They need to do something about that. Because that is freaking annoying. For a PC player, at least. Alright, let's take on this guy. Also, you can't see the names of what you're fighting. Maybe it's just me, but I really like to see what it is I'm fighting. What is this thing called? You know? Ow.
Be my arm. Be my weapon.
Oh, God. Hello, thing. away. Hello. Hey, buddy.
Be my arm. Be my weapon.
My charge is probably the best one I have right now. Ow. I really haven't figured out the best way to use this signature attack, but I mean the stun is pretty cool.
Be my arm.
So I guess with the right timing you could stop stuff like that from happening. Hello, beastie. Ow. Would you stop that? Yes, you can stun the boss. Not a long time, though. You can't chain stun.
Be my arm. Be my weapon.
Oi, 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 oi. Ah. I actually haven't had any crashes. Yeah, Beast of Nurgle. Beast of Nurgle. Yeah, better than the Beast in Blood Bowl 2. Yeah. This is actually the first crash I've had. I played the game 3 hours. So that was a bit annoying. That happened. Let me try again. Play. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I feel they have stuff to improve here. They really do. Oh, only crashed twice in 12 hours? Yeah, this is my first crash. I've had a couple of strange bugs, but nothing insane. As Clad said, Path more to my Diablo liking and Grim Dawn is vastly underrated. And they are games that have been out for ages. We need to remember that, and we need to remember that this is in the Warhammer world. So if that is the setting that you like, if you like fighting against these kinds of enemies, having the kinds of items that you see here. I didn't get my loot, but it's fine. One thing, this guy is like a... I don't know what he is, but you donate items to him. And then you increase your reputation to be able to gain some of the passive skills here. So these passive skills are not gained from your level, these are gained from your reputation. Sorry, not those. These, guild skills. This one, for instance. And this one, and this one. So you gain these simply by donating items. They nailed the surroundings quite nicely, actually. I like it, the way it looks. But the problem is, I think, more the way that the attacks are, the way that... I mean, it's a very huge fest of jip. You just destroy things. Alright, I need my cutting back. The whirling slash. Let's keep that one. I mean, the god skill was cool and all. Maybe we could put that. Yeah, I do like this one. Welding Slash deals a lot of damage. Let's go into an expedition. It is. I mean, that's what you do. I mean, the boss fight we just had there is one of the more interesting because you need to move around a lot more and use your skills. But I feel there's way too few champions, way too few interesting enemies. You do have a lot of normal enemies you need to deal with, and to be frank, they're not that scary. I mean, these guys are pretty scary when you start out the game, but soon, I mean, they're nothing. They're more annoying than a real issue. Okay, he pushed me back as I charged. Because, I mean, you can avoid that stun. But when you have 3 of these guys, it's going to be a bit harder. Ah! Okay. What do we get? A shield. Nice. Let's put that on. Stop it, Nurglings. Ow. Alright. Try standing next to... I'll look at that afterwards, the statue. I get that, but to play the Devil's Advocate, Diablo 3 had tons of generic enemies. Yeah, that is true. I just wish it was more special to find these special enemies. Like, there's... Let's see if we can find one. There we go. He's a bit of green. This champion. But he doesn't offer a real challenge at this point. That's what I mean. I mean, I don't need it to be like extremely hard or anything, but just a bit better than that. Like, give them some better skills, something along the way of what the end boss is, but just less. You know, so some of the abilities that the end boss are using, you could put that into the game. Give some of the champions the ability to do something like that. So you need to think and utilize your skills a bit more. I really wish they would do that. The only thing that is that good about D2 was the interesting items. They did that really well in D2. And the story. Story's nice. The graphics are meh at this point. But see, I mean, this is a lot of generic enemies that you have to whack your way through. Like a lot. Really a lot. Couple of those guys. And then you just smack them all. And that's what I mean. I mean, this guy I wouldn't call a special encounter. He's just one of the a bit bigger normal guys. And all he does is push you away, be annoying. God dang it. There we go. We still don't know how the grind is going to be though, Fenrir. Just keep that in mind. But I do think... Oh, there we go. So, these events can happen as well. Kill enemies in the current level to get something. That guy? No, okay. Oh, man, I need to run and kill these guys. Thank God I have this. Well, not anymore. Any more? 3? I need to kill 3 more. I think these timed events, this is something they really like as well. I've seen a couple of them. Yeah, I'm not gonna make that. Or is it tracking? Okay, it's tracking. I can't see how many is left. Oh, maybe I just get a bonus based on how many I kill. Don't actually know. It gets at one point, I feel it gets to a point where you just mindlessly destroy things. And that is pretty early in the game for that to be happening. 104 experience points and loot bonuses. Okay. Which I don't know what does. Then. Okay, another event. Destroy items to get elite monster appearance. Let's see what we can find. Alright, so that spawns one of those guys. Okay. Let's see if we can find some more events. Or just one of those guys. Ow. And now I really need to be careful. That poison is just wicked. Or acid or whatever it is. Ow! God dang it! I died. Pay to revive, and then, as you can see, gold crowns or the shards, basic fragments you can use. Just use the gold. As of right now, there's no use for gold other than for revival. Found something. Boots. Hochland boots. And you're supposed to, if you gather like a complete set, then gain some bonuses or something like that. Almost no difference in the Hochland department. Max health. Oh, we can try the maze. That is amazing because I haven't tried it yet. Ow, ow. Dying from the poison. They have like some small things that I really like the health indication above your head that your cooldown of your Q is going. That is really cool. I like that a lot. Can I has events, please? You can use two-handed weapons, but there's no two-handed weapons in the game right now. But as far as I know, there's gonna be two-handed weapons. So it's not just shield and one-handed. From the beginning, I thought it was just swords, because that is all that I had, at least dropping for me at the beginning, but then that changed. Where in the Empire are you? How are items from all over the Empire in the same spot? Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Don't you go there. These are demons. They brought them all. Stop that. Silly geese. Yeah, they picked it up at the Slaughterfest that was against Asavar Cool. It also has a bit of an, let's say, a pathing issue. Because you can't just click here and then it moves around here. It'll try to move directly towards your cursor, which can be pretty annoying at times, because if you want to go hit the enemy over here, well, he just starts hitting. He doesn't move towards him. But that's a quality of life thing, I hope, that they'll get fixed. Oh, another elite. Take him on. Ah, he healed. So we are tying this story into the Warhammer Mark of Chaos game. I can't remember what the Mark of Chaos was, but this is after Magnus has defeated Asavar Cool and become the Emperor. I think, I have no idea if they are canon, actually. The elite was the last one to stand, though. Captain Trousers. Yeah, let's go for it. Ostland. That's the bull. Cool. Alright. Nothing to see here. Move along. Mark of Chaos Empire storyline is considered canon. Okay, cool. Hey! It's the beast thing. Jeez. Oh, stop that. You can use your healing potion while you're stunned. I think that is a design choice to make it so that the stunning creatures aren't too annoying. Because in Inquisitor Martyr, that was really annoying. That was like the worst. Getting stun locked by enemies, or pushed back, or knocked down. Worst game design ever. I can live with a bit of stun. Ow. But I'm happy with the ability to actually heal while I'm stunned. Are you kidding me? Stop that. Okay, he actually connected with me. Despite me being a bit further down. Or moving in as his tail moved. That was actually pretty cool. Also, I mean, the music needs a bit of work here. I'm in a, what I would say, one of the harder fights of the game. One of the harder enemies to fight in the game. And the music is just like... It's like it doesn't even care that I'm here. Oh, Asavar Cool is your rival? Oh, okay. I can't remember. It's been so long. D.I.E. I mean, the loot has been fairly generous with rare items. I feel it's okay. I do hope that they're gonna make more interesting items than just a lot of affixes and suffixes, because it's gonna be tedious in the long run, just sitting here needing to read, okay, 14 crit damage against 14 crit damage, okay, so that's the same, but do I have anything here that gives me, okay, I have 5 maximum energy. I don't have that on that one. Is that worth getting 10 extra block? You know what I mean. You get what I mean. That could be a bit tedious in the long run. But also very Diablo-esque. We need like more special traits on the items. Can you say that? That they do something interesting, change the way my character feels, instead of just giving me extra bonuses to health. Yeah. I feel they need to make it interesting to find loot. That is so important. So very important. And then we can continue on in the expedition here. And I think we get back to the beginning. Yes. Cool. Was it this one you wanted me to look at? Yeah, I do have a torch. Is that what you mean? I have a light emanating from me. Is that what you mean? I see that. But also, like, the quality of this is just not... I don't know. I wish it was better. Higher quality, but... might just be me. Yeah, there we go. The light again there. On that one. Check it out on the character next to it. It doesn't give off any light on him. Seems like, I mean, the game, no, there we go. Public game. Let's see. Oh, we got someone. Entered the area. There we go. Hello, buddy. Chaos substitute. And then we have Casina coming in as well. Hello. Okay. There is a chat, but I can't write. Oops. It's like the area is higher res than your model. Yeah, I mean, especially this looks really good. But my character, the character models look pretty bad. This definitely needs to be upped. Expedition. Are we not automatically in a party? Oh, okay, yeah. We are. Cool. And I'm not going to use the phrase, I think the game is going to be good with friends, because every game is just better with friends. This dude is going all out. All out. Okay. So that is just a definite yes, it's going to be better with friends. Basically just 3 squares. Oh, that was nice being able to actually hit him without getting knocked back all the time. Oh, hello, elite. To me, it doesn't seem like the difficulty has scaled. I mean, they don't seem to take more punishment from him joining, as far as I see. I don't see a group indicator either. I think there should be something over there, like showing you're in a party. Join. Oh, okay, so it's basically teleport to his instance. Yeah, okay. Do you share loot? No, you do not share loot. Every time loot drops, it's for you only. It should be, as far as I remember. Let's see. We can see if something drops, if it gets picked up. So it should be fairly easy. There we go. Soldier's Beret. Let's see if he picks that up. Smack it! Smack it good! Ow. Yeah, he picks something up. So, loot is not shared. And they are definitely, enemies are definitely not inflated by 2 players being in this instance. Yeah. He could. If he was in a different place, the loot would drop there. It doesn't, at this point, indicate any like legendary drops because you don't have any legendaries right now. But I think that's going to be higher quality than rares. So we haven't seen the like end game loot or how loot is going to be in the further in the game. But we do have a lot of suffixes on this kind of loot already, like 4 on those and a gajillion on the shields. Well, it's just like that in Diablo 3 as well. I don't know if is it different in Path of Exile? I don't think it is. If you're with a friend and he kills something where you're not, and loot drops, that's where it is, I guess. So that, I mean, not really a critique point. Because then, I mean, you would have to critique every single ARPG. Loot is not divided on pickup. No. No. That is wrong, Fedria. Ooh, event. On console, maybe. Not on PC. That is not how it works. Console, it might be. Because it's different on consoles, I think. I think it's just different on consoles because it's a lot more tedious to run around. I don't know. And pick up loot, and maybe you can't see everything. Maybe you're... I don't know. I mean, I want my loot. I don't want everyone else's loot, to be honest. Yeah, always drops where it is. I don't know, I wouldn't like that. My inventory would just be filling up with stuff I didn't even see drop. That is weird. I like personal loot. Yeah, drops are based off your character, so I don't know how that would work. Except, I mean, if, let's say, this item here, this sword can internally translate to a staff for the Elven Wizard of the same quality with the same stats. I mean, then, of course, yeah, you could do that. Smack it. Oh, those blobs for the ultimate or whatever, they are not shared. So they are shared. So you don't have personal blood blobs. So if I were to log on and join with my High Elf, I would get High Elf Mage loot. Yes. That's correct, Candid. That is correct. Oh! Big guy. I need to move. Okay. Ow. Stop that. Oh, really? Also, what did Nurgle do to the game devs that we have to play demons all over the place? Yeah, I don't know. It's like the preferred enemy type. There is gonna be in the game all 4 factions of demons spread out throughout the game with different bosses as well. So we are gonna see a lot more diversity there from the beginning of the game. I think after this, the first act, it's gonna be Khorne. It's an idea I have. Yeah, and Demonettes, we're gonna see Thinch Flamers, we're gonna see a lot more of those kinds of enemy types in this game. We won't get Demonettes. Well, yeah, probably. Well, the Demonette in Mordheim is probably one of the deadlier ones of those. Yeah, I mean, Plague Bearers are... I mean, they're just an added distraction here. Not really dangerous at all. And Beastmen. Yes. We have Beastmen. Why are you standing in the corner? Silly goose. Oh, he got smacked. I love the physics in the game. They're actually good. Skaven? That... Even some rats. Let's have some goat on. Ew. Ew. That's nasty, dude. I feel this event is pretty weird because you need to run to places that you haven't even been yet to try and defeat them. Oh, it's actually tracking how much you do per player. So you can boast that you've been a good boy. I'm a good boy. I killed 3. Yay me! You son of a doodle. The charging is a bit weird as well because I aimed somewhere different. Oh, it didn't give us any loot. Lootsies. Yeah, 4 Chaos Gods. All the 4 Chaos Gods and Beastmen. So far we have the Ungors. I think that's basically it for them. Smagadoodle. Oh.
Knowledge is power.
Why is he saying that? Oh, he doesn't want to go out. Okay, it's fine. We shall continue. Ah. Dead end. Oh, it's the god skill. Okay. Cool. Knowledge is power. Can't use my skills. These sewers are huge. Absolutely huge. Okay, and then you go up here and donate and trade. You can only right now trade non-equipped common items automatically, or well, with one button. And then you need to trade the rest of them manually by selecting them like this, which is pretty freaking annoying as well. I don't like that. Well, let's put on the hat. And a better sword. Better trousers. That is really bad. That's a level 1 item. What? That is weird. Why did I get a level 1 item? Okay. Right. Put that on. That one. And that one. Lots of rares, at least. I think the hat is cool. Very feathery. Very much Empire. And then the endgame activities are also the boss rush, which is basically take on these endgame, end of act bosses that that you fight throughout the campaign and kill them as fast as possible. And then you also have up here, I don't know if it's gonna stay there, but then you have the relic hunt, which is where you pick out an item that you want to go for to find and do a mission to find that item. The boss rush gives better rewards the faster you kill them. Yeah, I thought so. It felt that way when they showed it on the AMA. I am live, Asic Hydra. Hey, buddy. You're confused. Why art thou confused? Oh, wait, it didn't reset? Is this the same map? No, oh, we have two dudes running around over there. Join. Yes. Oh, already in your area, okay. Can't teleport two people. But there you can see the loot in. Hey, buddy. All good. What about you? Isn't YouTube showing us live? I was wondering why no one is actually there. Dude, they changed YouTube around, so my restream is not working as intended, I think. Starting at 9 PM. Yeah. It should be 10 as well. Oh, I can't even pick these items up because I joined afterwards. Let's leave. Leave the area. That is really weird. I need to just check that for a sec. All is good? Yes. Just checking out the game. Chaosbane. Yeah, it says offline. Huh, really? That is really nice of them. Facebook online... YouTube is sending data, but it's not working. Ugh. I think I'm just, at this point, I'm going back to Twitch as a whole. I'm really sick and tired of how YouTube is not working properly. I mean, that's just silly. I have everything set up to stream to YouTube and it doesn't work. I'm gonna go back to Twitch only in like a couple of days. I'll get my affiliate status back as well. I think that works better. To be honest, it just works better. Alright, see if we can do another expedition. Yeah, always down. I mean, I usually just recorded it at 1080p because that worked. Thoughts on the game? It needs work. It needs work. There's a lot of cool things. I really like the boss fights at the end of the campaign. That is incredible. That is probably the best ARPG boss fight I've had in years. I think one of the major issues right now is the lack of diversity. It's, I mean, you fight these guys all the time. There's 2 or 3 champion monsters, and only one of them is a real challenge at hard. Models, sounds, and animations are a bit off. I think the sword is actually okay. The sword is in a good place, sound-wise and hitting-wise. But yeah, it's a bit too easy. It's a bit too easy. I mean, I'm still blown away by the end boss. The end boss was just defining for me, but you can't rely on the end boss being the only thing that is good. These, like, subpar enemies, not really a challenge much. Personally, I like the arcade feeling to the combat. It's light, but I feel that it is intentionally given. It's throwing so many units at you. Yeah, because all abilities are AoE in some form. In some given form. It just needs more. It needs more enemies, more enemy types that are a bit more interesting. I think I said this earlier. If they took some of the elements that is in the end game boss and put that into the regular enemies, just one ability of those abilities that the end game boss had, that would be so cool. I know one of them has that with the poison spray from his mouth. Let's see if we can find one. But I mean, some of the attacks could be really cool. Some of the mechanics, like you need to think when you fight that boss. I really like this area here, where you kind of go down, but it's seamless. Standing in goo. Yeah, the Chaosbane has the spray thing. Yeah. Yeah, but then again, the healers are just not an issue when you know what you're doing, at least. This guy. I mean, he's not that much of a threat. I'm not even trying here. I'm really not trying. Ooh, nice. A sword. And the inventory? The inventory is bound for hate. I really don't like this inventory. The icons, the items are just too large. They take up way too much space. What did I find? That one. Let's put that on. Yeah, I'm really hoping some of these things will be addressed. I mean, this is still close beta. We are not seeing the full game here. Things can change many times over before we get the final game. We still have one extra close beta. Oh no, one extra close beta in April. Yeah, just reduce the size, exactly as Hydra. I said, like, take it down either to 25% of the size and just give us a normal inventory there. The model actually looks fairly good here compared to the game model. The guy in the game seems low res. This actually looks okay. He looks okay. It's better than this. This doesn't look like guy we saw out there. Or maybe it's just because it's bigger. That could be. The game's AA? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, just a worse looking backdrop. That might be why. I mean, the functionality here, when you mouse over, you can see the item, the item, and you can see the bonuses it gets. All that is fine, but the size of this inventory is just ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, this is a very common way to do inventory management with the mouse over and then show the stats at your mouse. So that's not the problem. The problem is it's freaking huge. Yeah. Bit hard. I do like the god skill tree here. That is pretty cool. Did I take that one? No, I didn't. But you can't... It's very hard to navigate. You can't really scroll it that easily. No, they didn't have anything to do with Torchlight. It was how to survive. Yeah. Much better looking, much better combat. The combat in How to Survive did not feel as fluent as this does. I am going down the tanky way here. Oh, and this is really cool. This is a god skill passive. Where is that? Oh wait, does it just... Wait a second. Where is that? Divine Judgment. Skill point 6. Nearby enemies deal less damage and take more damage. That should be a passive. And the mouse scrolling isn't always working. And it pauses like there. You can see I'm scrolling like crazy. Yeah, they need to do something about that. Oh, there it is. Passive god skills at the bottom. Nearby enemies deal less damage to take more damage. Oh, that's good. Don't need the experience gain. I don't have 6 points. Don't like that one. I don't have 6 points. Give me the points. That's a flat 10%. I like that one. But this one, I mean, for each enemy, nearby enemy, damage is dealt is increased and damage taken is reduced. Other players are granted a percentage of this bonus. That is per enemy. 2%. That's pretty insane with all the Nurglings running around. So we definitely need that one. Can live without that. I can live with a shorter version of this. I like the skill system. The skill system is cool. Like the drag and drop, just make your own skills. Make your own character as you want to play him. I really like that they've done that. Cutting edge, let's put cutting edge in there as well. Let's go on one more. Fenrir says, but the issue here, the models look too cartoony and they look out of place when they're moving around because they're clearly brighter than the background. I think you see a bigger issue with that than I do. The spawn looks a bit weird because he's almost lit up in a really weird way, like he's not interacting with the environment. And I think that might be why. Your own skill is your own character is doing that. But I kind of like the feel of the cartoony look, that, as you call it. I don't think it's as bad as in some games like Torchlight. That is the style they went for. I don't like it. I don't like this Torchlight style. Hey, level 20. There we go. Yeah. Every game has light emitting from the character at the middle, because you need to see where your character is. Oh, I gained a damage bonus. I just don't see it anywhere. Here we go. It contrasts with the background, which is a lot darker, but I think it suits games which have an emphasis on the enemy quantity at times. Yeah. I mean, it does get outshined a bit by all the damage numbers, and I mean, they take up a lot of the screen. Okay, the pathing clearly did not work there. Hello! Everybody! Get smacked. You need a smackdown. But definitely the sword play feels a lot better than the mace play. Well, he broke. I broke it. Basic level gear, and you're up... Right now you're up against Nurgle, which is different colors of green and brown. But yeah, I wish I could paint my character. Like, say, which colors do I want where? And then every item would adjust to that. I think I have Sterling. Yeah, so Sterling, if you have items that have the same area in the name, then they will fit together. So these trousers fit with the Sterling as well. That's an Ostland, Tabakaland, Hochland. Ooh, the Warhammer. Let's go with the Warhammer. But that impact is not as good. But they're just look like brown mutant dudes. Well, it's Nurgle. Nurgle looks like brown mutant dudes. Oh, it shouldn't be realistic though. It shouldn't be realistic. I mean, it is Warhammer. I don't know how much realism you want. But I think they could up the challenge a bit with more of these cool enemies, because here with this one you really need to think. You need to avoid his attacks. Oh, that combined with a spawn, that is gonna hurt. Ouch. The spawn is gonna be screwy here. Yeah, the detail of the character, they need to work on that. I totally agree, Fenrir. At least if this is what they are gonna release, I am not gonna be satisfied. Mostly because I feel the game deserves better. deserves better graphics. To get that really cool feel. But yeah, it's like the environments are better looking than the character models in general. That's the feeling I'm getting anyway. But I think, if I don't misremember, it was sort of the same in Inquisitor Martyr at the beginning. The character models for the enemies looked like really bad. Come on, take some hammer. There we go. Ow. Oh, jeez. Let's test it. Okay. Let's try. Put that one down. Graphics. Yeah, that definitely increases the brightness overall. Alright, so now it's all the way down. Let's put it all the way up. Whoa, that's bright. That's really bright. That's very bright. This is like the basic setting. The default setting for the game. But yeah, four classes or characters that you can play. The Soldier, the Mage, the Waywatcher, and the Slayer. And the Slayer doesn't have any armor, so he can find different beards. Ow, 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 ow. Different beards that he can put on and tattoos. It's pretty cool. I like that. Silly Manili. I need to be really careful here. There will be a dwarf, Alucard. There will. With massive beards to be collected. You can have a nice collection of beards. Mohawks. That as well. Axes. Axes for days. Oh, jeez. Please do not do that. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, he's moonwalking there. Yeah, the dynamic lighting on the floor there is pretty good. I like that, but it doesn't reflect on the characters indeed. I credit that to this being a beta. I really do. I really think they've downgraded the graphics. Otherwise, why? That would be so weird. It would be weird having this in the game, but not on the models. So I'm hoping it's a beta thing, and that it will change. Oh yeah, of course, weapons. Lots of axes. the dwarf will have lots of axes. I got axe for you! Or hammer, in this case. Cool. I love the animation when they die. That looks really cool. It just evaporates after dying. Yeah, and I was just saying, as a Kyber, that they really need to make the loot interesting from the get-go. Not maybe around level 20, 25. There's 50 levels in the game, and if you don't start getting some of the more intricate pieces of equipment, because all of this is just generic gain plus health plus stats, whatever, loot quality. But if they don't put any of the interesting stuff in, then it's gonna be a long game. It's gonna be boring. Because all the items will just feel the same, just a bit better. Just a bit better. They need to do that right. And the gem item. Yeah, the item gem system. We still don't know how that works though. I don't think we can access that yet. Or if that's gonna be on the regular items or it's gonna be on endgame items, we don't know yet. Yeah, we don't have the higher tiers. Exactly. So, again, one of the things that we can't really say much about in this, because it is early in the closed beta. Smacked you. Yeah, we have uncommon, common, and rare right now, and then you might have set items. I think that could be a thing with like the Sterland or Ostland or Epic and Legendary. Yeah. We got more in some of the other games as well. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the event. You go for the altar and then you win. There he is. There's the dude. Hate those guys. And these small guys make it a bit rougher because you can get caught and get that spray on you. Oh, okay. Now this is gonna be interesting. Because this guy, he needs to go down first because he is gonna be healing the rest of them. So if I don't go for him, it's gonna be over pretty soon. There we go. Stun you. And then we take down this guy because he stuns, which is really annoying. Oh, that actually hit. Stop poisoning with your goo. So that is one of the abilities that the end boss uses as well, which is really, really terrible. Because that's gonna kill me. Oh, that's gonna kill me. Whew. Oh, okay. I didn't die. I think more of, like, these guys, more of what they do would be nice. Just some better attacks, some better tactics that you need to utilize in the game. This was interesting for once. This was interesting, but there's just way too long between. So if they took like a group of that and put that in, so that they don't have to spawn randomly next to each other to get that effect, that would be nice. And you could up that with different kinds of elites coming in, so that it's not just 3 or 4 of the same elite, but a group that synergizes well, like the healer, the big dude, and 2 spawns. Then you would need to move around a lot. That is how you up the difficulty, not just by giving them more damage or more hit points. You make intricate teams that can show up. That would be so good. More of that. More of that. Randomly, of course. Everything needs to be random. But overall, I would say I can see where they're going with this. I can see what they're trying to do and how they want this game to play out. It's going to be interesting to see what is going to come in April, when they've had 1 more month to work on things. Very, very interesting, I think. Oh, and you have a shared stash as well, so if you have more characters, you can put items in there, and they will be able to pull them out. I don't know how useful that is. I haven't created a mage just yet, but because is this going to translate into a staff for him then, as we talked about earlier? Or is it just the rings, for instance, that we can use? Is it just the... Will the chestplate be not a soldier breastplate, but a mage robe when he looks at it? I don't know. Yeah, you only get loot for your current class. So the shared loot or shared stash is only useful for stuff like veteran medals or rings. Medals or rings, I guess, in general. Because if I have a captain, I wouldn't need to make another captain. Because you can get every single skill on one character. So there wouldn't be any idea in leveling up another one. God skills if you want multiple. Yeah, that is true. You can reset though. I don't know. I don't think I would go for 2 of the same character class. I'm having a hard time seeing that, actually. Because you can reset. I'm not sure how this will turn out in the end, but you need the fragments then back. So yeah, that is costly, of course. You can reset, but it costs all your shards that you invested. Yeah. So basically, if you want to go a different path, you will need to have either re-farm it, or you need to have another character going that path. Yeah. But, I mean, if I wanted a tank build, I would probably go for the captain, for my tank build, and then one of the other characters for diversity for my DPS build. I mean, that would make sense to me. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. So far, I'm not recommending the game because it's still in beta. It's really hard to judge from just looking at the beta right now. But I mean, it's enjoyable, and if they increase the look of the character, because that is just that is really unsatisfying to me. If they change the inventory, if they make this scrollable, that's just a quality of life thing. If they give us good and interesting loot, I think this could be a lot of fun. And I feel the endgame activities, they sound to be pretty cool as well. You can scroll if you do it really slowly. Let me try. Oh, it's because I'm too aggressive. Okay, I see. Really slowly. Oh, I can see the top of it as well. Oh, cool. Okay. Blessed Bulwark. All skill cooldowns are increased, but damage taken is reduced. Sigmar's Blessing. Share rations. Pretty cool. Energy gain for all players are increased by 25%. Counter attack damage based on block chance. Yeah, you can do some pretty interesting things with this. 95% maximum health. Okay. Yeah. Wait. I'm really looking forward to trying out the other classes as well. But that's not going to be today. I hope you guys enjoyed this look at Chaosbane. And we'll see in April when we have the second beta phase. I'll be back. Hopefully at that time, Esik, Hydra and I can get together and play some co-op and just discuss the game in general. That would be nice. So yeah, well, you don't need to make a decision just now, Fenrir. Don't need to make a decision just now. As I said, some of these things are quality of life improvements. Other things, pretty essential. The graphics are essential. Warhammer is all about the nitty-gritty and good looks of how the characters look here. And I want to look at my character and go, oh wow, this is a really cool character. And right now is no. All right. That's going to be it for me tonight, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you soon. Take care. Have a wonderful game night.